Okay. Good morning, Kelsey. Thanks for taking time to do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just coming off a home loss where y'all just didn't play. Frankly, I didn't seem like anything was really clicking. What's been kind of the response of the team?
I thought we had a really good practice yesterday. We obviously watched film. We have to be in prep mode, but at the same time, we watched a lot of film on ourselves. Really did hone in on some of the mistakes that we made, some of the executions that weren't at the caliber that we needed them to be. So I thought they responded really well in practice. They brought energy, they brought effort and execution, and we were able to really work on some things that we needed to work on prior to going into SMU prep.
Yeah, speaking of getting into that SMU prep, what can you kind of expect from them with, I guess, style of play, key players, stuff like that?
They have a plethora of players, in my opinion, that can really go. Their roster is really long and really good. They've got a lot of veterans, a lot of fifth year kids, a lot of transfers that have accumulated a lot of points and a lot of minutes over their time at their different institutions. So I think that they're really streaky. They're a really good team. I don't think that they've been playing their best basketball yet. I feel like when they get it and clicking, they can be really dangerous, in my opinion. They run a lot of different sets. They've got some on-ball action. They really utilize their guards, trying to get downhill, getting to the alley, and getting down that lane line. They're really good at creating. I think they can shoot the three ball really well, but they can really get downhill and really try to try to really force that issue, in my opinion. Like I said, I think they've got depth. I think they've got all the pieces, and I think they're a really good team.
What's your thought of kind of these conference on conference challenges and getting a chance to maybe, as with SEC play coming up soon, maybe prove the depth of the league going into that?
I think it's great. We're playing high caliber teams, quality opponents, and so those challenges I think are great for the league, and it's a great opportunity for our team to improve and to see where we're at, so we know what we need to work on in order to get better for league play.
Obviously, you weren't like in the same pods or whatever at the Music City Classic, but SMU was there too. Does that help having been able to see them in person some as well?
I definitely think that it can, but at the same time, like I'm kind of old fashioned in the fact that I love to watch a lot of film and to really, hit the pause button and rewind and pause. And I'm kind of, I'm a little old fashioned in that with my pen and paper because I really do hone in on seeing different movements and different key sets. But it's also nice to lay eyes and to be able to see someone in live action.
I'll turn it over to Evan.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Good morning. Thanks for taking some time. Like Ethan already said, I've only got one. It's just an easy one, kind of on the topic of SMU and kind of the team. Again, struggled a lot with turnovers against that Harvard in that Harvard game. Curious what kind of has been the message the last 2 days about protecting the ball as you face, a step up and definitely talent when it comes to, a Harvard team from the Ivy League to an ACC team like SMU.
I mean, we definitely have to take care of the basketball. I thought in our press break, we had too many people up against Harvard. And when we made that change, we were able to get the ball up the floor. And then all of a sudden, there were a few possessions where it's like we forgot what we were doing. And so just, making sure we get to the right spots, we see the whole floor. Sometimes, in a pressure situation or when there's a potential trap, you can get tunnel vision. So making sure we really scan the floor, we find the open man, we fake a pass to make a pass, and we make short, quick passes. And then we have to be explosive. You can also beat the press with a little bit of a dribble. So I've been reminding them of that as well.
Cool. Thanks, coach.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelsey, their coach, Coach Barnes, whenever she was hired, kind of made a controversial statement. It felt like it was geared toward you and other coaches from mid-majors that were hired. I was wondering if you heard that and if you had any sort of, reaction to it whenever it was like she was kind of questioning why schools would take a chance on coaches like you.
Honestly, I didn't even hear that, to be brutally honest with you.
Okay.
Um, so, I think that there are a lot of good coaches at multiple levels, in my opinion. I think that, I think there's a lot of really good high school coaches. I think there's a lot of really good junior college coaches. mid-major, and there's a lot of high level, SEC coaches and ACC coaches and different league coaches. And so I think in order to, I always say that quality, you can experience can come in different levels. Like you can have a different level of experience, but that doesn't mean that the quality of your experience is better than the next person. So, and I think everyone deserves a chance to prove what they're capable of doing. Kind of that underdog mentality. I'm from a small town, and I did come from a mid-major, but at the same time, I think I know how to coach basketball, and I'm definitely embracing my opportunity, and it is a blessing to be here at the U of A.
Yeah. What's it been like so far getting to I know you're only 9 games in, but getting to have your first chance to maybe prove yourself on the SEC level.
It's an opportunity. I love the prep. I love just helping prepare my team for a battle, which it night in and night out. It always is, but helping them prepare for high level talent, night in and night out. And no matter what, it doesn't matter who we play. Everyone's coming to beat us. And so just helping my players understand that mentality, the fact that we have to play at a high level for 40 minutes, no matter who we're playing, no matter who the opponent is, and the opportunity we have. So we have to embrace those moments, and we have to be a better version of us night in and night out in order to grow and in order to compete in the SEC.
This could probably be said about a lot of teams, but it feels like some of y'all's best performances have come on nights when the assist numbers are just really high. And what do you think is kind of the importance in practice and whatnot of maybe trying to get those assist numbers back up because they were down against Harvard?
I think the biggest thing is helping us remember to share the basketball. We don't have to score off the first attack. So, this week we've also been working on some different intros within the offense, but also getting multiple attacks because once we're able to break down a defense, then we're able to share the basketball and we always get a better shot. So it's that initial shot is probably an okay shot, but we got to start looking for great shots every possession and really making the defense work a little bit harder.
Of course, the first few games went deeper in the bench than you have the past few games. Do you feel like you're getting a better grasp of maybe the rotations that work best and that maybe will be more prevalent come, SEC play?
Definitely. And I think that takes time. It takes time to realize who can play better together. It's also about matchups and in that moment, I try to ride runs and try to, see who's playing the best at that moment with, like I said, the different matchups as well as, their performance in that moment, their energy, their effort, with us able to get stops. I feel like all of my players are capable of scoring, but defensive matchups are important for us to get stops.
Last thing I'll ask is just with your bigs, what's kind of, I know they're all a little bit different, but overall kind of the message to the bigs, areas that they can maybe improve on as you get closer and closer to league play.
I think rebounding, we really have to hone in on my bigs have to rebound harder. They have to be ready to, hunt the basketball and snatch the basketball and get physical down in the paint. It's going to be brutally physical once we get into SEC play, and they're going to have to rise to the occasion. So, making sure we're hunting the basketball for rebounds, getting physical in the paint. We can't get posted up on the charge circle. So really focusing on that physicality, and being a step ahead is going to be huge for us.
Thanks so much.
Cool. You mind if I ask two more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Hey, Coach, curious for you, a little bit of a fun one. Obviously, new coach on the Hill and Ryan Silverfield. Have you had a moment to meet him, talk to him at all? Have you had any of your interactions? I know he was going around campus the other day.
Yeah, he was around campus the day I was playing, so I didn't get to see him on Sunday. And I know he has been hot on the recruiting trail, so I haven't had the opportunity to meet him in person yet. But we're excited to have him here on the Hill and to support him. And I know that he's going to make a splash and make some positive changes within our football program.
Is it a little comforting? No, hey, there's someone new on the Hill in the coaching ranks. You're not, one of the newer coaches. Is it kind of nice and all of that?
Yeah, it's nice. I don't have to be the newest kid on the block right now. So that's an awesome opportunity for me. I kind of get to enjoy it and act like I've been here for a while when I really haven't.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Coach.